friends, welcome back. So today I'm bringing you guys another video. This is going to be a first impressions video, and this is actually the first impressions here on my channel. So just let me know in the comments below if you guys like the idea of me doing these videos. I kind of like it. I mean, why not try it, right? So today we're going to be talking about the Melt Cosmetics eyeshadow stacks. I do have both of the stacks to show you guys, and basically I've only had these for 3 days and worn them for 2 of those days, so I don't feel like I can give a really good thorough review, but I can definitely give a first impression. So if you guys want to know how I feel about these thus far, then just keep on watching. So first, I just really quickly want to talk about what these are. These are eyeshadow stacks from Melt Cosmetics. So what you actually get is 4 eyeshadows, and it's $48 per stack, which is kind of steep. I'm not gonna lie. It's a lot of monies, a lot of dollars, and these are all magnetic. Like, the packaging is magnetic, which I think is genius. Like, the packaging right there just sold me. But on top of the packaging, these colors are so gorgeous. So this is the Lovesick stack that I have right here. I'm just going to show you the colors in here. The first color we have here is Promiscuous, and I'm going to be swatching these for you guys. And to be honest, when I swatched them the day that I got them, I posted videos on Instagram as well. So if you guys want to see those videos, it's just at @KatieDanger_. I'll leave it right in this section and down below as well, if you guys are interested in seeing those videos as well. So the first day I got them, I swatched all of the colors for video purposes on Instagram, and I swatched them on my hands, and the swatches were so bad. They swatched terribly. So when I got them initially, I was just kind of really put off and nervous that when I used them, they were gonna look so bad. Like, I was not looking forward to it, to say the least, really. So the first color is Promiscuous, and this is just like a very beautiful, I'm gonna zoom you in. Hello. And this is just like a beautiful purple shade, and you can see it kind of has like a little bit of iridescence to it. The swatches are so bad, as you can tell. Like, that's awful. So the second color in the Lovesick stack is the color Fixated, which was actually inspired by Space Cake, which is their gray blue lipstick, and I have been looking forward to using this color because this is not really a color that I would usually gravitate towards, so I'm really excited to put this to use. So there it is right here. It's a matte color, and again, it's not the best. That is not a cute swatch. These swatches are not cute at all. No lies. I've seen a lot of people on Instagram saying that they don't perform well. They're so disappointed with Melt because, you know, the eyeshadows aren't up to their expectations. But to be honest, they swatch terribly. So if you only swatch them on your bare skin, you're gonna be disappointed. So the next color we have here is Amelie. And this one is kind of just like a coral, an iridescent coral type of shade. It's a very beautiful shade. And we're gonna swatch this one here. Like, can you even see that? No. The answer is no. You can't. And then the final color in the stack is called Lovesick. And I think it's really cool how they did this packaging, because when I got the stacks, this is the order they were in, and I think I am going to keep them in this order. I mean, you could of course change the order if you like, but I think I like it in this order. And it's like genius because the last one they had was Lovesick, so I automatically knew this was the Lovesick stack. And Lovesick is a red color, basically. It's like a very burgundy red color. I think this was inspired by the lipstick 666, and oh, this is beautiful. I love warm eyeshadow, so I was all about this life. So there's Lovesick right there. Again, this is probably going to look completely hideous. Yes, it does. Moving on to the Dark Matter stack. This one is more neutral toned, whereas the other one is more colorful and fun. So the first shade we have here, don't laugh at it because it looks pretty bad. It looks pretty bad. This is the first one that I swatched, actually, and I was kind of just like... So this is the color Blurr with 2 R's. And this one is just supposed to be like a light peachy shade, just to blend like in your crease or to blend out any deeper shades. You guys are not going to be able to see that. I think it's there. It's right here. So you can barely see that. Barely. Barely. The next shade we have is Unseen, which I think is one of the ones I was the most excited about. I think I was more excited about this stack, not because I use neutral tones, because I don't understand like myself. I always buy neutral eyeshadows, and when do you guys ever see me wearing neutral eyeshadows? I don't know. So I was very excited for this stack, and I think this color was one of my favorites, or in my mind gonna be one of my favorites, because I love transition colors. Like, I just love them. So this is Unseen, which is just supposed to be a blending shade, and this is it right here. And it looks like it would be right up my alley. I'm gonna do a live swatch because then I won't be able to find it. So pretty bad. Next one we have is another red shade, which I didn't understand why they had to put two different reds in the collection, like release two different reds. I mean, they're by no means the same color. Lovesick, this is Lovesick, and this is the other release, this is Enigma. So you can see they're similar, they're like sticking to each other. So you can see they're similar. They're not the same exact color, but they're similar enough to the point where you wouldn't need both of them, you know what I'm saying? So Enigma is just a little bit more wearable because it's less red, it has like a little bit more rust brown in it, but they're both very similar. So Lovesick and Enigma. So this is Enigma, and I'm gonna swatch Enigma right here. I can never like put my ring finger up without putting like every other finger up. Do you guys have that problem? So there's Enigma. We're gonna swatch her right here. Yeah, I know. And the last one, the reason this is called Dark Matter. This is Dark Matter, which is a matte black shade. Everything, I don't know if I said this, but every shade in the Dark Matter stack is matte. So this is Dark Matter. Look at how gross my finger's like, ew. And here we go, here we go. So if I was you guys at this point watching this video, I'd be like, these shadows are the worst. I am absolutely not going to purchase these. Like, why would Katie even show us these? And I'm going to tell you why. Because although I think they suck so hard being swatched, and probably if you apply them to your eyes solo, they're probably going to suck also. But I have to say, I am wearing I'm wearing the entire Dark Matte. Why can't I talk English? I am wearing the entire Dark Matter shadow stack. It's so hard to say that. Dark Matter shadow stack. Try to say that 5 times. Dark Matter shadow stack, Dark Matter shadow stack, Dark Matter shadow stack, Dark Matter shadow stack. Dark Matter shadow stack. It's hard. I am wearing the entire Dark Matter shadow stack on my eyes today. It's in my crease, and I have to say, I did prime my eyes because I always prime my eyes, of course, and I always recommend that everybody primes their eyes. Everybody, 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 everybody. You too. So I cut my crease, and in my crease, I first applied Blurr, then I applied, what's it called? Then I applied Unseen to actually cut my crease. That's what I used. It was Unseen. Then I blended it out with a little bit more Unseen, and then that's when I applied Enigma. And that's what really gave it, you know, a deeper feel. And then that's when I went in with Dark Matter. But you can't even tell that the shade in my crease is actually black. All you can really see is that it's dark. So I like the fact that you can blend it out. I'm not trying to like sell you guys on this at all. I just know that I've seen a lot of people on Instagram kind of going a little crazy about this, you know, wondering why are they swatching so badly? Is that how they apply on the lids? And I'm just gonna point blank. They're gonna apply like crap if you don't use a primer. They swatch like crap because there's no primer on your hand. If you apply a primer on your hand, I'm positive these will swatch amazingly. Amazingly. Are these the best shadows in my opinion in the world? No. Absolutely not, because there's a lot of shadows that if you swatch without primer, they look magnificent. But these, I think, I do not regret purchasing. Of course not. I love the shades, and I think it's kind of a personal preference type of thing, because like I said, I always wear primer. It's not gonna bother me to put primer on, you know, it's not an extra step, it's a step that I have to take regardless. So it's not gonna bother me. If you are not someone who does well with primer, I know I saw somebody on Instagram who said that primer doesn't really work with her lids. If you are somebody who primer just isn't your thing and primer just, it just doesn't work for you, then you're not gonna like these, and I suggest you do not purchase them because you need a primer. Really quickly, I do just want to compare the size of these because I didn't think they were gonna be this big. They're big. These shadows are not little. Like, you get a lot of product in here, and I guess that could be why they made it $12 per shadow, is because you get a lot of product. I mean, regardless, it's a lot of money for an eyeshadow, but I mean, MAC shadows are $15 and you get far less. So I'm just going to show you the shadow that I'm wearing on my lid today by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is called Icy. It's a titanium finish. This is Blurr from the Dark Matter shadow stack. Even without this huge black casing around the shadow, it's enormous compared to the Icy shade. I don't think, okay, here it says the Anastasia Beverly Hills shadow is 1.6 grams, and this shadow is basically the same size as Makeup Geek shadows as well as MAC shadows and probably Morphe shadows. Like, a normal shadow size is this size. So this is 1.6 grams or 0.06 ounces. And Blurr is 3.57 grams, so more than double, and 0.125 ounces. Yeah, so it's more than double the size, so the size is huge. The way that I store these on my vanity, by the way, is I just keep them stacked on top of each other because they do stack on top of each other, you know, and they change. If you want to take, you know, this shadow and put it on the front, you can do whatever you want because they basically just stick to each other. So I just stack one on top of the other one, doesn't matter which one, and they just sit right there next to my drawer because, or next to my mirror, because I think this is so cute. For reference, each of the shadow stacks comes with a cover that says Melt, and it's a mirror. So, hi. It's a mirror, and then each shadow has the name right underneath it. So you always know, you know, which shadow you're grabbing towards, or grabbing for, or reaching for, or whatever. I will say that in the promos for the shadows, I do feel like they kind of misled us just a tad, because I'm sure they had primer on their hands while they were swatching it. Now, don't get me wrong, love Melt Cosmetics to death. I will ride for this company. I love it so much. But I'm not going to say, you know, I'm not going to lie. I think we were misled a little bit. And the reason for that is because they never said they use primer or that you have to use primer. They never said really anything about primer. So I felt like that pigmentation was just going to come right away. Like, I was going to swatch it and it was just going to be like bam. And I was just going to be like blown away, like woof. But I was not, because it swatches like crap. Because you need a primer underneath it, and they never mentioned that. So I do feel like we were misled a little bit. So I think I said everything that I wanted to say about these shadows. If you guys have any further questions, then just leave it in the comments below. I will answer you, as I always do. I hope you guys learned something today, and if you did, please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you don't want to miss any of my further videos or any more of my videos, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!